How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the Great Ace Attorney Resolve. So,
Why did you say it like that?
I was about to say Adventures.
Oh, I
That's
gotcha.
the first game. So, it's been a hot second. We were just gonna cross-examine these two fools. And yeah, we're just gonna continue. Yes, I don't know what I was talking about. Alright, I keep forgetting I'm not Ryunosuke.
Oh, yeah. You said doing it without thinking could be a problem.
Yes, Usato.
Does that mean that if you used due care and attention, it would be alright?
I wouldn't have thought this needed spelling out, really. We've always been a bit stupid. The blade is like a stopper in the wound. Remove it, and a serious hemorrhage will occur. In other words, a medic would need to be present before any attempt was made to withdraw the blade. Doing it without thinking would be madness. You just can't do it.
I think you're full of bullshit. Oh, well, thank you for such a thorough explanation.
You see, Counsel, when you act without thinking, the result is a bloodbath. Back to the witness testimony, please. Did you not like the comment I made?
No.
No. Hold it! No, he's shaking his head.
In that case, there's an obvious explanation here.
Is it? Which is?
You're a bitch! Clearly, the defendant Raymond Babu does not possess an ounce of science. Jesus.
What do you think about that, Professor Mikotoba? I'm not sure that you should be labeling your best friend as lacking in common sense. Fucking moron.
Oh, for some reason I thought that was him talking. Well, I thought it would be better than labeling her as a murderer.
I like that one. The murderer part. I don't know, young people today. If that's friendship, I don't understand it. Careful, Counsel. A lack of common sense can be a very dangerous thing.
Oh dear, that recoiled on me rather badly. Rather?
That's life, I'm afraid. A lesson everyone must learn. And you, too. Hopefully you can see now that this really basic medical knowledge. Actually, it's more like common sense, but whatever. Being involved in medical research, Mambami-san would certainly have been aware of it.
Anyway, shut up and look at my turtle.
Look at my turdy. The turd.
Hold it!
What?
But the defendant had suddenly encountered somebody she knew lying on the ground bleeding to death.
Okay, and?
The sight could have been shocking. The sight could have shocked her delicate sensibilities, causing her to remove the blade inadvertently.
Yeah, like how Edgeworth picked up a gun that wasn't his, and then he got framed for
and then
murder.
played with it.
I really don't think inadvertent actions can be explained this. The woman is a medical research assistant. I can't imagine she would behave so irrationally.
Oh.
You would.
But
though.
irrational behavior is a woman's prerogative, isn't it? See what I did there?
Oh dear. You have a lot to learn about women.
Oh my god.
Wow,
oh my god.
Only a small-minded man could have such bigoted views.
Yep, you got me. I'm a bigot. Shit! Oh dear, perhaps I'm letting my male persona take a hold a little too much.
You know, we haven't had a case where Susato's been accused. I feel like that's gonna happen in this
Oh
game.
yeah.
Well, idiot. Have I managed to convey the basics now? That should cover the medical aisle of the argument.
That was so funny.
Aisle? Where the fuck did I get aisle from? That said side. Okay, whatever.
Clearly
Anyway,
you don't understand the female
Yes, you don't
mystique.
understand women's psyche.
That's so funny. Whatever the motive, it isn't just Membami-san's nature to do something so awful.
But she had both motive and opportunity. That's very hard to argue against. Sosuke hasn't said a word since the start.
Wipe that blood from your mouth. But you don't know the defendant.
Objection!
I know women.
Shut up.
And you, counsel, do not appear to know the law. The law.
The law.
Yes, evidence is the only way to convince the court of your argument, not feelings.
Not felines, you
With this, a fledgling to defend her, I would almost say I pity the accused.
I pity the fool. So do I.
Inspector, you will reiterate your point about the defendant's motive, please. Ah, yes. Miss Brett was in many ways the sworn enemy of Membami-san. Pretty funny. Well, I'd been there to watch.
Hold it!
What?
Well, yes, that's true. Dr. Wilson recognized Membami's talent. Oh wait, and offered her the position of assistant, despite her being a woman. She was extremely grateful to him.
Yes, the Englishman appears to have been a very broad-minded individual. Dr. Wilson had no time for outdated traditions. He met with opposition, of course, but he believed firmly in Mbami-san's abilities. Clearly, the defendant was in the man's debt, which only serves to prove my point.
This is hopeless. I can't find a single crack in his testimony anywhere.
Correct.
If Ray knew that withdrawing the knife from the wound would threaten Mrs. Brett's life further,
I would have egged her on.
I just can't think of any way to explain why she did it.
Susato, it's at times like these when it's especially important to remember the fundamentals.
Susato, get your brain in the game.
The fundamentals?
Evidence is what counts in the courtroom, isn't it?
Of course, but I've been through the court record dozens of times already.
Get your money up, not your funny up. I think perhaps you're forgetting something, though. You needn't take the evidence at face value. You
can just make it up.
You can and must examine it in greater detail.
Just make shit up.
I realize this is your first time playing the role of lawyer in the courtroom. So if you need reminding of the rudiments, you need only ask. I'll do my very best to help.
And if you just need a Rudy mint, let me know.
Well, clearly you fucking need one. I know what to do.
Come to think of it, Kazuma-sama and Naruhodo-san were always turning evidence over and over in their hands. Yes, I need to examine things in greater detail with
Kind of funny that it still told me what to do.
I know, right?
By the look in your eyes, I see it's coming back to you. Go through the court record again and have a thorough look at everything. You may just find a clue.
Yes, I'll do it straight away.
Good, please hurry the fuck up.
Right after this commercial break.
Alright, so what we got?
Pulling a blade from a wound without thinking
Fire
could
and pain.
cause blood to happen.
RM.
Nothing
What?
appears obviously out of the ordinary here. The The RM initials are clearly very engraved here.
I look like a stud. And the fact that Miss Brett was clinging to this pen in her dying moments is clearly a message too.
To identify her killer, you mean?
I don't think there can be any doubt that this is a key piece of evidence in this case.
If we take off the pen's lid, it's a
stop us.
pen.
No.
Nothing appears to here.
Ah.
Now let's unscrew the barrel, shall we?
I see nothing.
This must be the little reservoir that holds the ink.
Yes, you fill by drawing ink from the bottle up through the nib. The nipple.
Oh my god, the nib.
Is something wrong, Father?
Just that there doesn't actually appear to be any ink in there, that's all.
Oh yes, you're right. It's pretty much empty.
Fucking weird.
Well, it could be on the verge of running out, I suppose.
The
Wow.
details of the phantom pain have been put
But
into your
in the
court
court record.
record.
Alright, so we got the pen. Is there anything in this newspaper?
Rosh's England returnees tell all. This is the interview with you and Sosuke-san, isn't it, Father? Look at him. Looks crazy. He's touching your neck. It looks as though it was quite the exchange.
Yes, he became a little over-animated when he was talking about his time in England. The photographer managed to capture this moment. Hand karate chopped me on the neck.
I do hope you weren't hurt.
I lost my voice.
Just my pride. Just my pride.
I ended him soon after.
This is the newspaper from Sosuke-san. There seems to be an important article on the back page as well.
Balls suspended on the back wall.
Damn, that's pretty important.
Wow.
Exclusive. Deadly poison stolen from Yume Medical Research Laboratory.
Huh? This is happening again?
From Yume's Medical Research. Father, is that your lab?
What the? Let me see that. The poison's been stolen.
Why didn't anyone tell me?
What the hell?
It's this morning's paper that Sosuke gave us. Are you saying you didn't know?
As embarrassing as that is for the head of the laboratory, I didn't. I've not heard anything at all. Where knows because the reporter leaked his information.
Come to think of it,
Alright, the reporter fucking did it then.
Yeah, for sure.
there was no article mentioning this story in our paper this morning, was there?
Get the photographer in here. It's highly toxic poison we've been working on the strictest confidence. I put Ray in charge of the project.
Ray, she was managing it?
Yep, so she'd probably get blamed for it. If what's written here is true, it means that she tried to hide the theft from me. And moreover, the details were leaked somehow.
I don't believe it.
We need to read this article very carefully. Actually,
The article about poison is in your poison bag in the poison article.
Okay, so I think that's everything. So now we need to contradict something.
All right.
Pulling a blade from a wound without thinking cause any bleeding.
Why was there no blood on the pen?
In other words, no good reason why the defendant would have tried to pull the knife from the victim. So don't forget the young student did have a motive for killing. Man, the victim murdered 9 months ago. Okay, well that's probably true.
I think that the main one is the first one. Like,
Yeah,
there
it's
would
either the
totally be
first-
blood on it. Right?
Single stab wound, piercing lung. Extreme meiosis, that probably has to do with the poison.
Yeah.
So I wonder...
In other words, there's no good reason. Maybe they tried to pull it out so the poison would?
Yeah, that's when that might be it. I feel like that's kind of a long shot, but...
Yeah, I
don't
feel like
really
it's
know
one of
what.
the two, though, for sure. This is so fun, because now I can actually, like, help deduce things.
Ain't no way. I'm surprised I actually got that.
That's... Well, was it the poison?
I think it is the poison.
Yeah.
No, wait. No, there is one possibility. One very good reason why the defendant might have decided to withdraw the knife from the victim's wound.
Yeah, because if there was poison on the knife, she might be trying to prevent the poison from flowing in. What? Ha! The Yoko not only has a poor grasp of the law, she's also a poor loser. Wait, he...
What do you mean?
Tell us then, what possibility do you think you've identified?
It's here.
Biatch.
In this newspaper article. An
can't
article
read that.
about a deadly poison that's been stolen from the laboratory at the Imperial Humane. Never cut me off again.
The victim perished from a stab wound. The poison has no relevance in this case, you idiot.
But
Prosecutor Ouchie, shut your fucking mouth.
shut your hole.
You will let the defense speak. But a newspaper article? The court cannot rely on the kind of hearsay those wretched publications carry.
You're a publication.
Counsel for the defense. I am going to need some tangible basis for your claim. You will indicate to the court precisely what part of the newspaper article mentioned affirms your assertion. Your Excellency, please.
Your Excellency, show me your moves.
Show me your move.
Yes, of course.
Show you my
Thank you.
moves.
No.
We would never have done something to further endanger Miss Brett's life without a cause.
The reason why the defendant pulled the knife from the victim's body is explained in the article where it says, why is the poison being developed? Deadly in tiny quantities.
We know it's gonna be that one, the middle.
This poison was apparently stolen from a medical research laboratory at Yuma University.
That's wild.
That's weird.
Damn. In the other games, you can control how loud the sound effects are compared to the music, but I can't do that. It's
Oof.
kind of annoying. Yes, it would seem so. Calling the department's security practices into question. The very department of the professor standing so nonchalantly opposite me, I believe. Ugh. It's Ryutaro.
Oh, yes, Father?
Was there some reason you felt it necessary to highlight the fact that the theft occurred in my department?
About that.
How can I explain it? It was the first detail I cast my eye over, I suppose.
We'll say bye to Ray then. You fucked us.
No!
I suggest you read the article again and carefully.
I'm so sorry. Oh dear, Father's fuming.
Dummy.
You fucking idiot! The reason why the defendant pulled the knife from the body was because of this. According to the article, the development of the poison was requested by the military.
Yes, a troubling revelation indeed.
Oh, it's very worrying.
And yet, even more worrying,
That you're a dummy.
is how this yokel is trying to manipulate the court with nothing more than rumors.
Ugh.
Got him.
But I feel sure Ray had good reason for her actions. And I feel sure the explanation is somewhere in this newspaper article.
Try reading the article again. Oh
You
my god.
nincompoop.
Alright, dumbass.
Alright, I really got it this time.
I'm sure I do.
The article reveals the following property about the poison in question. When the toxin enters the body on a knife laced with poison, it's rapidly absorbed and causes death in minutes.
Are you suggesting?
If the knife used to attack Miss Brett was laced with this very poison, it would explain why the defendant, Membami-san, had would have withdrawn the blade as soon as possible. Yes, the truth is, you're an idiot. It was an attempt to stop the poison from entering the victim's body.
What?
What such a tight ass. Oh.
This is complete and utter nonsense.
Not at all.
Yes,
The defendant withdrew the knife blade from the victim's body not to accelerate the woman's demise,
but to accelerate her demise.
but to save her life, and the prosecution cannot deny the possibility.
Have you not read the post-mortem report? The cause of death was hemorrhage. The word poison appears nowhere in this document.
Well, that's because by acting quickly to remove the blade, the defendant prevented the poison from taking hold.
Oh, please, this is clearly desperation. The weasel's last breaking of wind. Poison
I
is
am not a
nothing
weasel
whatsoever
that farts.
to this case, as I believe the defense is well aware. We have no proof that the information in the wretched newspaper article is at all reliable anyway. In that
Sure.
situation, what the student should have done is wait for medical assistance to arrive. But instead, you claim she suspected poisoning and took the potentially lethal decision to remove the blade. She must have had a strong reason for her suspicions then, or the argument makes no sense. Exactly, well put, Inspector. On what grounds did she do it, Yokel?
Yokel?
Yokel.
I'm gonna start saying that.
Yokel.
What's wrong, Yokel?
Why did Ray suspect the stolen poison involved?
If you want grounds, I'll give you grounds. I'll give them to you.
What?
Grounds.
Sosuke hasn't said a single thing
I know.
this entire episode. You can't possibly.
Maybe it was him.
I hope not. From your expression, Counselor, it would appear those are not opinions.
Yeah, why hasn't he said anything?
He
this
hasn't
whole
said,
time?
but it's also, I find it really weird. The photographer has not been brought up once.
Yeah, he's a little
So I feel like the
suspicious.
only person it could be is, it's gonna be him, I guarantee
Yeah.
it. It's usually what happens when they introduce a witness, like a new character. in
Right.
A case. But naturally, as you stand in the courtroom as a lawyer, you must be aware that the words alone, empty or not, are of no value in our modern justice system. The court demands evidence.
Yes, Your Excellency.
I'm well aware of that. I've seen it many times, from my place at his side in the Old Bailey.
In that case, counsel, you will present the proof to the court now. What evidence demonstrates a clear link between this case and the poison in the newspaper article?
Okay, clearly.
Demonstrates a clear link between this case and the poison.
The
I would
pen?
assume the post-mortem, because although even the smallest amount entering the body, either via the mouth, via wound, per fatal minutes. Current methods cannot detect it. First time to be consulted. Onset of symptoms occurs in minutes. Impaired breathing.
Oh, yeah,
acute
yeah, yeah.
Contraction. Okay, yeah. So they pointed out the contraction of the pupils for a reason.
I would ask the court to refer to the notes section of the post-mortem report, which reads, extreme meiosis, pupil constriction, was observed in the victim. Clearly, being a yokel with no knowledge of forensic science, I have no idea, so please, do tell me. Presumably, the fact that this condition of the victim was noted in the post-mortem report means that it is unusual that he died.
Well, under normal circumstances, the pupils dilate when someone dies.
Why did I think that you said it's normal that someone someone
normal.
dies when someone dies?
If there was an extreme constriction instead, that's most certainly unusual, yes.
Did you know that death occurs when someone dies?
What are you doing, you yokel detective?
Call me Yoko one more
What
time.
the fuck?
In this newspaper article, there's the following information about the stolen poison. Onset of
I'm going to
symptoms occurs in minutes, ending with acute
Constriction of the balls.
contraction of the pupils prior to death.
What?
If the defendant,
What?
upon seeing the victim
What?
stabbed in the back, happened to notice that the pupils of Miss Brett's eyes had constricted severely. Shut the hell up.
Yes, as a medical research assistant, she would have suspected poison immediately, without a doubt.
Dad, let me have this.
Prosecutor Ouchie,
Die.
I think you'll agree. This is very compelling evidence.
You,
Yokel.
yokel student and yokel professor?
Yodeling.
My legs are getting cold. I believe the defense has expertly demonstrated a credible reason for the defendant's actions. No, not again. Yujin Mikotoba. Yes, Your Excellency.
Get out.
I believe you are best placed here to confirm or deny the veracity of the defense's counsel argument. You will tell the court the truth about the details reported in this newspaper, please. No.
And if I don't?
It pains me to have to admit it. But I'm afraid I don't know. You don't know. The toxin was kept under lock and key in my laboratory, certainly, but I was unaware of any theft. Do you mean to tell the court that the reports of this theft are unfounded? No, Your Excellency. Without returning to the laboratory to investigate myself, I couldn't say. Listen to the bumbling academic. Unaware of the theft of the secret state research from his own workplace until he reads of it in a newspaper. I'm gonna wring your neck. I take full responsibility for the incompetence of my supervision.
Father.
Father? A pitiful situation for a university professor. You should have more control over your students, rather than allowing them to off on killing sprees.
Whoa. That's totally unfounded.
Hold it.
Shut your mouth.
Who?
Ooh.
Oh, it's Ray.
Ray. Hey guys.
Why is Sosuke bugging?
I don't know. That is
I'm
quite
tweaking.
None of this is Professor Mikotoba's fault.
Okay, Maya, calm down.
It's all my fault.
I took the poison.
Ray.
Shut up. Membami-san, you stand accused here. Outbursts like this will not be tolerated. So shut the hell up.
But it was me.
I killed her.
I was the one who noticed the poison we were developing had been stolen that day.
What?
So you knew? I'd been placed in charge of overseeing the project. It was the day that the professor and Sosuke-san were interviewing together for the newspaper.
Why is Sosuke still bugging out?
I don't know. That's when I noticed some of the poison was missing. Just a tiny amount of it.
Why didn't you let me know immediately?
I was scared. The whole project was supposed to be confidential. But some of the toxin had been somehow taken. So I decided to try and get it back before anyone else found out. Because I had a very good idea of who the thief was. The thief? You don't mean... Yes, of course. It was that dainty English woman.
Miss Giselle Brett. Ah, so she didn't have enough of one. She had to do it twice.
Right. That's why I decided to join the little group of people going to the seaside. Inside the beach hut, I confronted Miss Brett. But she just sat on a stool in the back of the hut, smiling sweetly at me as if she knew she was untouchable. I'm basically the best.
I'm going to fit this whole bottle in my asshole.
And then I'm going to fit it again.
Oh my god.
I knew it was you that was stole that I know you stole that poison you brought it back. Well now, whatever do you mean? And then I killed her. And then she suddenly got to her feet before falling to her knees in front of me and
What?
then collapsing on the floor.
How are you gonna talk shit like that and then fall face first and just die?
I'm basically the best.
Like what?
That's when I saw the knife in her back.
So she was just talking while having
That's
a knife
crazy.
in her back?
I couldn't understand what had just happened. And then, a moment later, I was seized with fear.
I have a knife in my back.
The pupils of her eyes they'd shrunk to tiny pinpoints. That's actually terrifying.
Yeah, I don't believe it. In other words, you realized that the victim was suffering from the effects of the stolen poison.
My mind started racing. I hadn't seen anything past Miss Brett's lips whilst I'd been with her. Which left only one possible way for the poison to have entered her body. On the blade of the knife in her back.
And that train of thought was what spurred you to withdraw the blade.
Yes, if the amount had entered her bloodstream was small enough, she might still have a chance. That's what I hoped. Really, I'm so sorry for saying Stylent all this time. Stylent? Yeah.
Silent?
Damn.
Well, you screwed us all. Thanks.
Thanks for being the worst. No, I'm just kidding.
Your attempt to hide the truth of what happened is not something that can be overlooked. However, I have duly noted the courage with which you confessed in the end.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
You're not welcome.
It's barely perceptible, but I do think the balance has shifted a little here. In this courtroom now.
Okay. Your Excellency, do not be deceived. The victim just collapsed before your eyes, you say? Well, Membami-san, if that is the case, perhaps you could explain how Miss Brett came to be stabbed.
No. Well,
You have no answer because of the simple truth. is that you stabbed the victim motivated by revenge.
Objection!
What?
But you have no conclusive. But you have no conclusive evidence to prove that assertion, do you? Oh, you simple yokel.
Oh, I have evidence, and it is very much conclusive. Huh?
What's the prosecution counsel up to? It was brief, but he hesitated for a moment there. I'm almost sure of it.
You will produce the aforementioned evidence at once, Prosecutor Autry. No, perhaps some praise is due, young yokel student.
What?
I'd imagine there would be no need for me to submit this evidence. But you brought this on yourself. Dog.
Damn.
That's just her pulling out the blade.
Why is she wearing the same outfit that, what's-his-face is wearing?
Oh, Inspector?
Yeah, Hosonaga.
Huh.
What the?
I don't know.
Could a more damning shot exist? The cruelty in the air on that beach is almost palpable.
Damn. Yeah, they could easily, the defense could easily argue that she's just pulling it out. She said
Yeah.
that she pulled it out. This evidence, more than any other, reveals the true extent of the accused's murderous nature. For it shows the precise moment that Menbami-san plunged her dagger into the victim's back. No, she fell first. Why would
Literally.
she stab her in the back when she fell?
Right?
No, that's not true. No.
I don't believe it.
You sounded like a woman.
Kia!
Yeah. Order. Counsel for the defense, was it you who was responsible for that shrill scream just pierced my fucking ears? Perhaps his voice is yet to
Oh my
break.
God.
These yokels are slow of mind and slow to mature.
My dick is bigger than yours.
I'll show you who's was.
Slow to mature.
Careful now. Susato is starting to show her face there. It is often said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and here we have ample proof. The court will accept this extremely what? I don't even know how to say that. Cogent? Cogent? Photographic print as evidence.
Cogent? I don't know.
I can't believe he's had a photograph like that up his sleeve this entire time. It's such a stark image. I'm genuinely lost for words. Wait a minute. I don't understand. How did you... I mean, who took that photograph?
Get his ass in here.
Objection!
That's of no importance here. Stop trying to divert attention.
Oh,
Objection!
that's an absurd thing to say. It's crucially important. Whoever took this photographic print was a witness to Miss Brett's death. The court must be allowed to hear this person's testimony. Yeah, it was totally the photographer.
Yeah. I will uphold the defense's demand. He's the only witness who's new to this case. Everybody else is a returning character, and I doubt any of them would have committed the murder. The prosecution will take the identity of the person responsible for taking this photograph at once. No, I'm gonna lose. Well, I'm afraid I can't do that.
Pardon?
You see, the print arrived at the Imperial Police Bureau headquarters by express post yesterday, but there was nothing to indicate the sender's name or address. The provenance of the print is unknown. Goodness.
Are we to understand then, counsel, that in full knowledge of the fact that this photograph has the murkiest of origins, you nevertheless believe it fit for submission to the evidence of the Supreme Court? I just added some words?
When you first produced that print before, I noticed that you hesitated for a brief moment. Because you knew that it wasn't completely reliable evidence, did you?
Even when you just said that we didn't have reliable evidence.
Silence, you yokel, you student of blabbering beer.
Yeah.
What matters is that the blatant truth in this print is eloquently expressed.
But the defendant has already admitted to pulling the blade from the wound.
Well, I'm going to rip your spine out of your body.
I'm gonna shrivel your balls. Clearly, this isn't the moment that the knife was plunged into the victim's back, but...
She looked like she aged 30 years. It's also kind of funny that,
she does.
this is the only time you ever see her eyes. She always
Right?
had her eyes covered.
Oh, yeah.
The moment it was withdrawn... Don't waste this court's time with your ramblings. Indeed, without knowledge of who produced this print, we have no means of verifying the claim. And the scene it captures is without a doubt the most compelling evidence presented to the court. The defense is unable to shed any further light on the matter. I believe the conclusion is clear.
Oh, no.
Susato, This is the time for you to fight. What you've established so far is true, and there can be no doubt.
She goes over there and punches him in the face.
This photograph shows the moment that Ray withdrew the blade from the victim.
Yes, we just need to prove that somehow.
You'll have plenty of time to rue your defeat on a slow train back to the provinces. And to rue the day you came up against Takatsuchi Ouchi in a court of law.
If I can't determine who took this photograph, then the trial is going to come to an end.
And your career.
There must be a clue somewhere. There must be some way of working out who took it.
There isn't. Well, Counsel.
Your Excellency, the burning question is who took that photograph, and the truth is, I don't know.
Don't know.
No, if I give up now, I'll never be able to look Ray in the eye again.
Susato, you need to steel yourself and summon your best arguments.
Susato, I know you aren't giving up.
I'll do my best.
Bop.
This isn't about whether I can or can't come up with the answer now. I simply have to.
The identity of the person who took this dramatic photographic print is, I assure you, something the defense can and will reveal.
What? No, you can't possibly. But, as you so boldly claim that you can, please, do enlighten us.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to present a name.
How utterly underwhelming. Did you really believe you could,
Shut up! However, I am able to present evidence. The defense has a piece of evidence that reveals important details about the photographer's identity.
What? What?
What?
Very well then, Counsel. Present your proof to the court. Which piece of evidence do you claim reveals something about the identity of the mysterious photographer? I would assume it's the knife. Pen.
Yeah, maybe he also has the initials on him?
Yeah, I feel like that's what they're alluding to, because we haven't presented the pen yet.
The piece of evidence in question is this.
Yeah, I guess that was wrong, because her
All
eyes
right.
are bugging out.
I'm afraid you're an
Counsel, that when presenting evidence, you must learn to temper those wide, nervous eyes.
The fuck do you mean by that?
I'm obliged to penalize you for the lack of focus of both your eyes and your answer.
Oof.
Would you care to squeeze your head in your hands again, Counsel? Or to punish yourself for presenting such utterly fucking stupid-ass evidence?
Ugh. I'll squeeze my head as many times as it takes to win this trial, Your Excellency. May I?
You may present another piece of evidence. No more squeezing.
Okay, so it wasn't the knife. Let's see. Crime scene photo, Sasuke Natsumi article.
Photograph print by the police.
Is there anything on the back of the photo? Oh, we can't flip the photo over.
No. There is a bunch of footprints. I wonder, maybe the
That doesn't
footprints?
really identify the... Oh, maybe the footprints would do something, because the footprints are only leading out and not where the person's entering in the bottom right.
Yeah, because we already did the pen. That didn't work.
Yeah, look at the other photo again.
Hang on.
So see, in the bottom right, there's someone coming in from that door, but all the footprints are coming
Yeah.
back out.
I don't know, I feel like it might be the footprints. If it's not
Yeah.
this, then I'm not sure.
The piece of evidence in question is
Fuck.
this. Fucking balls.
Damn, okay, so it wasn't that. He's waving that so fast.
Okay. Crime scene.
Okay, so it's not the photo, and it's not...
Is it the article? Does he have a credit for the photo taken of those two in the paper? Like, what does the actual paper look like?
Actually, wait. The person who made this article, so he said it was kept under lock and key, and it was completely confidential. So that whoever made this report somehow knew that the poison was stolen. They shouldn't have known that. So I guess maybe she's gonna say the person who made this article, it might have something to do with it, because they shouldn't have known that the poison was stolen.
Yeah.
The only person who knew that was Ray, and obviously Brad.
Right. Well, what does the poison articles look like? Does it show you the
doesn't let
cover?
No.
I thought we could look at the cover before.
You can look at this one.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna try the poison.
Oh no.
Damn.
Damn
really?
it. Okay, so maybe it was the
suck.
newspaper. Click on the newspaper because I want to see if it shows the credit of who took the photo.
Damn, we got a game over. Right in the first case. That will do. I'm not satisfied that I fucking suck. Get out. Therefore, guilty. Bye. Court is adjourned. Bye. But don't worry, you can restart.
By loading your gate.
Yes.
Damn.
Alright, well, that kind of sucked. Alright.
Okay, yeah. So what does the front of that look like? The Sosuke Natsume article? Oh, well, yeah, I can't fucking read that.
Like, I thought it was... I know it has something to do with either, like, the reporter. I mean, like, we could literally just present the other random stuff, but...
I mean, try the newspaper article.
Yeah, I can't see anything in that photo either.
Take that!
This? Really? What is that? The newspaper again?
So is there?
Raucous England attorneys tell all.
It's not the headline that's relevant here, Your Excellency. It's the photograph.
Yeah, what about it?
If you look at it closely, you'll notice that there are some white lines on the right-hand side.
Oh,
What?
the lenses are cracked? I didn't even notice that.
That's insane.
Oh, yes, indeed. It already caught my eye as it happens. What of it? A shadow of some kind, presume. Are you stupid? And the branches of a tree or the like. There are no trees inside my laboratory at the university, I can assure you.
Now, if you'll look closely at this photograph.
So what, are the footprints gonna say there was a skirmish there?
Oh!
Oh, it's
It
the
matches.
same. Okay, okay. I did not pick
look
up
at that
on
at all.
Good gracious. Huh, look at that.
Oh, good heavens. Well, damn, we gotta be looking better, I guess.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Holy shit, this is just the first case.
Uh-huh.
That's actually really cool, though.
Huh.
Yes, exactly the same pattern of lines
Pattern
is
of lines.
present on this photograph too.
No.
Shut up.
Well, that tells us nothing.
You're nothing.
Yes, it's a shadow of some kind, definitely, from the branches of a tree.
It's white. There wouldn't be any trees growing inside a hut at the beach council.
I planted one. What's quite remarkable about it is the two patterns are absolutely identical. How could such an extraordinary similarity have transpired?
The
Glass?
curious matching pattern that
Crack.
appears on both photographic prints is a result of...
The technique. Now we gotta do tree branches.
Clearly, the branches of the tree had caused this pattern.
What? An argument I put forward myself only moments ago to much ridicule. Indeed, there was a considerable ridicule involved.
Well, it's hard to think of another explanation.
Well then, hard luck. You pointed out yourself that no trees would be growing inside a beach hut.
Oh dear. Sorry. What was I thinking?
It's time to consider another more credible option, I think. Alright. The technique.
I believe the pattern may be the result of a particular quirk of the photographer when taking a picture.
You believe? What quirk could possibly produce such consistent marking?
Clearly, it must be a quirk that's quite unimaginable.
I repeat, Counsel, what would be the nature of this quirk?
Well, I can't really imagine, of course.
There, she's got the goofy smile. Because there's no such quirk. It's time to consider another fucking option. A defect.
Obviously, it must be due to a problem with the camera used to take the photographs.
With the photographic device? Yes. We can confidently say the camera's lens must be scratched.
Confidently.
That the scratched lens causes unwanted lines to appear on every print taken with the device. Yeah.
In short, the two photographs under consideration here were taken with the same camera.
But there must be hundreds of such camera devices here in the capital. It would be utterly impossible to identify the owner of this particular one. What?
I think you're forgetting, Prosecutor Alchi, that one of the photographs featured in the newspaper article.
A newspaper?
I read the line wrong. That's right. The author of that article is the mystery witness to this crime.
No. What? What? Where'd the other witnesses go? Mini Memo! Who the fuck was that? Is this the guy? Oh, no, it's still Susky. I was wondering where you went. I see you were called, why you were called a raucous England attorney. What are you yelling about? You've already testified. It's Mini Memo, I'll tell you. Mini Memo!
Mini Memo.
Me! Mini Memo!
Sosuke-san? What was that? Did you say mini memo?
Ever since I returned to Japan, a reporter from the Shoyu News has been hounding me, following my every move. A reporter by the name of Raiten Menimo. Many memo. Writing many memos. Yes, hounding me from dawn till dusk.
Now that he mentions it,
Secret spy, snapshots, scribble stories, and scooper my scupper.
So wait, does he not know he's right there? That's actually
What the hell is
iconic.
this guy?
So he's just fucking...
Okay, keep in mind
Isn't
he is...
this illegal?
I think it is. Also, he has ink on his hand. That's very telling.
Yeah.
Why else would he have ink on his hand? Wow, I spotted that
Dude.
shit immediately. A camera to the left of him, a notebook to the right, and ink on his hand means he's the fucking murderer. There I am, stuck in the middle with right hand me many memo.
Bro,
That's-
Sosuke, how do you not know he's been following you like that?
So you're saying this detection was taken by many memo, yes, my lord, your excellency, Esquire. Officer,
Bro needs to
find
get a
this newspaper
restraining
reporter at
order.
once and bring him to my courtroom. Unless they want to bring him to the courtroom in the
Jesus.
next episode.
He needs to go to jail. He shouldn't even be
Yeah,
in here.
this guy's absolutely the murderer. That ink
Yeah.
stain literally just tells you everything.
Dude, why though? I wonder what the motive is.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Like he just looked at her and he was
It's
like,
like,
I want
"You're
to
done."
fucking kill you.
Damn.
And
Well,
then
I
write
guess-
about it.
Guess have to see what this newspaper reporter is all about.
Here's
in the
my
next
guess. I'm just
episode.
gonna predict the end of this case. His motive is his fucking articles are doing shit, or he's trying to make the best articles.
He needed a
and
scoop.
he figured, yeah, I'll just kill Giselle Brett and then write about it, and everyone will be like, oh my god, this is the best article ever, and he'll be like, huh, no one knows I murdered her, even though I
Not even Sosuke knew I
sloppily
was
did
here.
it with ink on my hand because I'm a fucking idiot.
What a moron.
Yeah.
It's probably one of those cases too where he's gonna get it. He would have gotten away with it if he just hadn't gotten the ink on.
Yeah, he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids.
Yep. Well, I guess I'll have to see next time. So, as always, if you all enjoyed it and want to show some love and support for the channel and the series, you know what to do. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next episode.